345. We're live.
Yes, we are.
Welcome to Hoodview Politics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
And I'm Tony, the number one soul brother.
This is HVP. Now, if you're new here, you don't know what to expect. If you've been here before, you already know what's going on here. We chasing maggots and coons. You know what I'm saying?
Something like that.
We had just witnessed history, my guys. The first black woman to lead a major party in history. How you feel about that one?
I feel good. I feel great, matter of fact. But it's a piece of history. It's something that's long overdue. And now it's time for the next 70 some odd days to get to work and make your real life history. See, you can't settle just for that little bit of history. Because if she don't win, that little history she made last night, though significant, it'll be forgotten. So we want the real history. We want the big prize. We want to see her walk into the Oval Office and sit behind that desk. So it's time to get to work and not take shit for granted. I don't want no squeaker. I want to blow the some bitch out. That's what I want. And I know that's what she's working for too. So let's do it.
I mean, almost there's really no way to win but a landslide. That's why I was always saying, not even because of that. This motherfucking joint got to be 90 to 10. I've always been saying this because he is a blatant racist. If he win a presidency, that means this country is racist as fuck. Period. A blatant racist can be president. That means this country is racist. It's just real simple.
Yeah.
And it really goes to everything us black people been screaming all this time that this country is racist as fuck. We go get jobs. There's a racist ass boss there. You don't get it when we come home. Be like, man, I ain't trying to go back there. They racist. They look at you like, huh? Nah, they really are racist, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying, dog? You saw that shit with January the 6th, where everybody was fucking racist. Bosses, people that run companies, they down them motherfucking on the joint running through the Capitol and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's who they are. You know what I'm saying, dog? We got to get used to that. And one thing we got to do is, I noticed that Kamala has done one thing. Is took the fight to these bitch niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sit around and just like Hillary did and Obama too, to a certain extent. Just let them just do whatever, and then you defend whatever the fuck they saying. Like Obama, go get a fucking birth certificate. Like, what? Really, nigga? You know you black. Why you do that?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just like Shorty, she just brushed that shit off. Like, nigga, don't tell me who the fuck I am. You're not gonna tell me if I'm black or not. And moved on. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm not getting no birth certificate for your dumb ass or no dumb shit like that, right? I'm black and proud too. She said that. So just end that. To me, go ahead.
Look, Trump on Trump. No matter what. With him, it ain't about the issues. It's just about him getting in power. And he gonna do everything to rile up his people that he can. He wants to get his people come out because his people is all he had. And
but all right.
So the racism shit, that's all he can go. That's his go-to card.
Because she is running an exquisite campaign to the point where she putting him on offense.
Yeah.
For the last 9 years, nobody put him on defense, right? Everybody just responding to the dumb shit he say, right? Or when he call you a name or something, now you responding to that. This is different where they putting him on defense. You feel me? All right, motherfucker. You want to talk about the border so much? Like, what happened to that bill that you canceled? Let's talk about that. You don't want to talk about that. You see what I'm saying? You just want to keep screaming the border fucked up. Then I think they should go down the border themselves and do one of those things they did with the buses and shit. Just go on the border states and shit and show them it's not even that crazy.
If they go down there, they do it right. Don't do no photo op.
No, I'm talking about your bus, like they did with Pennsylvania and Wisconsin and all that.
Yeah,
have a motherfucking border state bus tour where you just flowing through, stopping, and it's not gonna be no flow of people coming through.
It ain't because
that's the problem.
Border crossings are the lowest they have been
exactly
in a long time. He don't want to admit it. He can't admit it. Look,
your man is running on false shit.
I watched his Arizona speech. I watched him and the crazy broad that spoke before him, Curry Lake. I watched the whole shit on the way here.
I know you didn't watch no Curry Lake.
Yes, I did.
Jeez.
I just happened to be on it, and I didn't want to switch it off.
She the worst.
She's dumb as a brick, and she ignorant. She's an idiot. But the dude sit out there for over an hour, and he lied and lied and lied and lied. He just tell lies, and the people that he's talking to, we tell you this 1,000 times. They only get their news from a couple of sources: Fox, Newsmax, OAN, and a couple more channels like that. And they listen to right-wing radio. They don't listen to nothing else. They don't listen to nothing else. So they don't get a chance or take the chance to contrast and compare, to listen to what the other side has to say. It's whatever he say is what they gonna go with. If say if Trump come out here tomorrow and tell his followers that the sky is purple and we know that it's blue, they gonna stand on what Trump said. Trump said motherfucker purple is purple. So it's just, I mean, he got his people on lock. Basically, he got his people. Look, he got his MAGA base on lock. They ain't going nowhere. But the problem with it is in the campaign, you got to expand. That's why you go out and pick up a maniac like damn, it made me lose my chain of thought. Me too. Me too. Damn. She must have came here in an Oldsmobile.
I don't know.
Because that's too much ass for a Volkswagen.
Yeah, nah. I don't know what the fuck was that about.
Curious, I can believe you. I can believe you, and I believe that you do get your source from every get on that. Every source, because you are and you want to be an informed person. That's cool. But the majority, we talk about the majority of his supporters and the majority of Republicans in general. They don't go outside of Fox News. They will not go outside of Sean Hannity. They will not go outside of Jesse Waters and what's the one that looked like a tadpole. God damn it, the one that was at the Black Journalist joint on stage. Harris Faulkner. She looked like a tadpole. So it is some that do. And some that do, like you, got an open mind and will listen to other points of views and other stances. You may be in, you may stand on your original stance, but that's cool because you open up your mind and you listen to what somebody else had to say, and you didn't just take it. But Trump said at face value. Trump keep telling people. He told people tonight at his Arizona rally. I heard this on the way here.
Wait. He said, I thought y'all was voting for her just off the color.
No,
that was me. That was me.
No.
That was me. I'm voting for her because she's a black lady.
Me, I'm voting for her because I stand because she stand on the same issues that I stand on. She fight for the community and the people that I'm a part of, and that she's black. Oh, that's just a bonus. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a bonus for me. It's the driver.
That's
The
black,
first
you know?
black lady
But
to
that's
be
cool.
president. Let's get on her speech and her convention. Let's get on. Let's talk about that for a minute. Now, I don't know if the MAGAs watched her convention or not,
They did.
but if you watch Fox News, they look so depressed. I don't give a fuck. If the Fox News viewers have been noticing the commentators, they look depressed. They looking at a whole. We talking about. My man came down the joint and said, "From the window to the walls." These niggas still had the nerve to say it's born in there. What is they talking about? What are y'all looking at? Hey, bro, if you wasn't looking at a Republican motherfucking convention, compare that shit to the Democratic convention. It's like, what? What world was the Republican joint in?
Hey, they did a motherfucking comparison the other last night. It's on CNN YouTube site right now. They did a comparison of the RNC and the DNC. Yeah, they showed what Little John. They showed a lot of the speakers, and they showed a lot of the shit that they had going on.
Bro.
Because what people don't understand is what a convention is basically it's a party anyway. It's a party. It's a party where you get business, the way you know some business involved, but it's a party. So they did.
Everybody's congratulating their nominee.
Yeah, and motherfucking man, Trump Joe looked like a damn funeral.
You can't deny this. Anybody that's a MAGA or love Trump, you cannot deny that his motherfucking convention was some slop, bruh. Hulk Hogan.
Please welcome the Democratic nominee for
Hulk Hogan, though, bruh.
Oh,
He my favorite wrestler of all time. Before I realized he was a racist pig. But before then, I was a little kid and I loved him. And he had the nerve to have him there. UFC owner, Dana White. Who's the other bitch with the bald head and tattoos? The dumb bitch thinks don't know if she black or white or not. She don't know where she at. That dumb hoe. See, and then who else was there? It was a clown fest. Who? Kid Rock. Really though? So that's the world you want? Kid Rock.
man.
Kid Rock.
Now that you brought up,
Hey, bruh.
now that you brought up your favorite wrestler, Hulk Hogan.
That was my favorite wrestler. But hey, him and Ice Cube has turned into an issue. I ain't gonna lie.
I might be one of the biggest wrestling fans in the world. The first wrestling match the first time I ever went to wrestling matches was in '84, something like that. It was at the old Capitol Center before it changed its name 9 times and got turned down. And the main event was the rematch between Hulk Hogan and Iron Sheik. It's right after Hulk Hogan got the belt. So, you know, everybody's in there loving that son of a bitch. So I watched this motherfucker over the years, but I'm a Ric Flair man myself. But this bastard, what he did well, we already know about the tape with the 7-foot nigga comment and all that shit. Then he comes out at the convention, basically stand on all that, talking about his man Trump, and he couldn't stay silent no longer. But then the other day, the bastard went even further. He put out a tweet. He put out a statement, or it was tweet, or it was some dumb shit. But he goes, do they want him to body slam Kamala Harris, drop the leg on her? What is she? Is she Indian? It basically playing on the shit Trump been saying about her being Indian, turning black, and all that other shit. It's all over the place. And no, that motherfucker ain't shit. I hope somebody whoop his ass in the middle of the street. Because for all of these years, we thought, and he played everybody. You thought he was all American dude, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, all that other shit. He's a a 6'10", 302-pound piece of trash.
We're not gonna go hard on my favorite wrestler, boy. All right.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
All right. Let's go on this convention, this speech here, right? All right. The convention itself was the shit.
Yeah.
I ain't seen that whole many my whole life, I'm gonna be honest with you, but none of them was like this. Beyond, so that's that. Most of them was like Trump joint, but not without the hate. Just a slow, some shit you don't want to watch, be honest with you. Trump had some old lady just singing off Georgia. Your voice is turned up. Cincinnati. It just that was it for her. That I gotta give him credit. I never thought of putting music in this shit. So that was smart, you know what I'm saying? But then you got the chance to see a whole bunch of young people coming up in the Democratic Party and shit. You got to see the governor from Michigan. You got to see the governor from Pennsylvania. You got to see the senator from Arizona. You got to see all these talented people that's in the Democratic Party, and they Jewish, white, black, Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's just not that type of atmosphere in a Republican Party, bro. It's just, these are facts. Like, if you watch that convention, the Democratic convention, that's America. That's when you walk out, that's how everybody is, right? Now, if you go to Republican joint, it's the way they wanted to be. They wanted to be all white and with a white man run shit, and nothing but your wife don't do the motherfucking thing but have babies and shut the fuck up. And you gotta have it too.
Understand this with the Republican joint. The Republicans don't think they didn't want to or wish they could have done something like the Democrats done. They don't have the people. Every day you turn around, somebody is. Let's see. Beyonce just sent them whatever the fuck, ordered a letter to stop using my shit. Beyonce just sent the one this week on said, I'm gonna stop using my shit. I'm gonna sue your ass. Isaac Hayes III,
ain't that some shit?
He just motherfucking sent them some shit. Stop using my daddy's records, or I'm gonna sue your ass. It's a list of Celine Dion, I think Adele. I mean, it's a list that's long of people who won't be seen at the Democratic convention nominating Trump. So it
looks bad.
So it's going to look dull. It's going to look. You ain't got no speakers with no fire. Come on. She had.
Hey Creed. Hey Creed. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That convention had some moments where there was some tearjerkers going on in that thing.
Hell yeah.
That shows you that this thing is just more than. Like when you watch the Republican joint, you know it wasn't no emotion there. It was no emotion in that whole thing. It was just praising Trump for getting shot in his ear and just praise Trump the whole time. Now you watch this joint, you see things were happening where it's so emotional. Like, bro, when the vice president nominee son jumped up, did you see that part? Yeah. He just was like, man, that's my pop, that's my dad, that's my dad. That shit was tight, bro.
And that was
I fucks with that.
Shit. Y'all weird, them weirdos the next day. He kept going on that youngin' about that's a 17-year-old youngin'. Man,
come on. Imagine if you 16, 17 and your father all of a sudden now stand up there with a chance to be vice president, bro. You're gonna be like, yeah, I'd be like that too, gonna think of be like, man, that's my little fucking pop right there. Fuck around with y'all, nigga. He about to be vice president. My nigga, that's my pops. You know what I'm saying?
He's a 17-year-old youngin' with something called a nonverbal learning disorder. He has ADHD. He's a special needs young.
Something they probably didn't know.
And he's sitting out there looking at his father on stage accepting the Democratic nomination for Vice President of the United States and talk about how if it wasn't for fertility treatments, him and his sister wouldn't be here.
Michael Jordan is not a Republican, but go ahead.
Yes, he is.
No, he ain't.
Yes, he is.
He ain't nothing. I understand you want to make him a Republican. I get that, but I'm talking about facts.
I mean, fuck,
He's not a fucking Republican.
I thought he was.
He don't even touch. He don't even touch politics.
I know because he been said that. He been saying Republicans buy shoes too.
He don't do none of that.
That's why he don't speak out on certain shit because Republicans buy shoes too. I mean, that's cool. That's the way you feel, but that's cool. But anyway,
Republicans do buy shoes.
he goddamn right. They buy
It's just the Republicans
shoes.
and
Buy them ugly ass motherfucking
it's
shoes.
just the Republicans that make laws are a piece of shit. True or false?
But
That's the problem. Not the people that sell. And Jordan just never was into politics anyway. You know what I'm saying?
about himself.
And you gotta realize another thing,
That's
bro.
cool, though.
His father was murdered, kidnapped. He haven't spoke about anything since then, ever.
You would think he would.
So you gotta give some man some space, bro. His father was kidnapped. I don't know if some of these young people don't even know that. Michael Jordan, father, in between these championships, father was kidnapped,
And murdered.
missing, and found murdered. His father, like, come the fuck on. That was during the time he stepped away from the game and went to baseball.
Nah, that was before he won his first championship. He didn't step away first.
No, I'm
He
saying,
stepped away yet.
wait, stop.
Nah, when his father
What I'm telling you is when his father died is when he retired, bro.
Nah,
What are you talking
he
about?
died after the third one.
His father
After
died
the
in
third
between those.
His father died before the first one. Remember the scene in the motherfucking
The
after
scene?
they won listen to me. Remember when after they won the first one, when he ran into the locker room and was on the floor hugging the trophy. That was after his father died. When he was on the floor crying, hugging the trophy, and he had finally got it. Because his father never seen him win it all. Father seen him deal with the bad boys, but his father didn't see him win it all. He won them the first three after his father passed. But I mean, if that's your thing, and you don't want to step out there, don't step out there. I give him one thing.
What I'm telling you is, after his father was murdered, he never spoke about
No, he
anything.
hasn't spoken about anything.
So I want to stay consistent down.
Yeah,
That was 30
yeah.
years since
Yeah,
then.
he
He haven't said anything
They
about
asked him,
nothing.
and they asked him, but he would never ever get involved.
Exactly. So he's not political about anything. You can't make him a Republican.
Nah, I ain't gonna make-
He's just nothing. He probably in the smoke filled room with Beyonce. He got Biden the fuck out of there. He had a cigar like, yep, he ain't gonna win. Get that bitch nigga out of here.
People gotta understand. People, if they looked at the DNC this week, you saw the DNC.
All right.
It appealed. They struck a chord with everybody.
All right, so
They had everybody out there. So
what I want to do now, we're gonna go first of all, the way she came into her joint, right? I love the Beyonce music coming in, bro. When she come in, bro, that shit is lit, bro. That shit is
United States of America, Kamala Harris.
Thank you all. Okay, we got to get to some business. Let me start by thanking my most incredible husband, Doug. And happy anniversary, Dougie. I love you so very much. To our president, Joe Biden. Joe, I am filled with gratitude. Your record is extraordinary, as history will show.
all right. Give me your what she get 1 to 10 for you for the speech. Now, me personally, I really like the way she started off by giving Joe Biden first, get him out the way. You know what I'm saying? Then the speech itself touched a lot of things and shit, right? 2 things I like about the speech was she went directly at Trump about a lot of shit, right? She even said he wasn't even serious. He's not even a serious person and shit, right? So she made it clear that even though he's not a serious person, this is a serious situation that we in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That was she made it clear and shit. So I like the fact that she told everybody how she grew up, her mother, sister. Her sister came up there and talked. You know what I'm saying? And her and her sister look almost alike too, bro. You see that shit? And they sound alike too. So the bruh. 1, 2, 3, 4 nights was put. Hey, you can't even complain about nothing that happened none of those nights, bro.
No.
And then when she ended with her speech that showed her who she came from and who she was, and then told you what she wanted to do with the country going forward. I mean, you can't ask for too much more than that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was right on because you got 4 days. You got 4 whole days, and you got 4 days starting in the last few hours in prime time with everybody watching on all the networks to put it out there the exact way you want it out there. She told her story. She told where she came from, how she lived, how she grew up. She told what she did in office, how she got there, the things she would do, how she went through when you got that type of time, like the first three nights of the DNC, they ran late. All the keynote speakers started about 11:15, 11:30 and went past 12. She started in prime time where she was supposed to, and at 10 o'clock, she was in that 10 o'clock hour when everybody was watching. But everybody was waiting on Beyonce, but everybody was watching. And she came out there and she spoke to 26.5 million people last night. It was Trump had like 20 some million for his. It was close for his speech, but the numbers for the RNC is they blew the fucking RNC out. They blew this week. Democrats blew the doors off the RNC, but she did what she's supposed to do, and she talked to the people when the people was looking, and in the end, she changed a lot of minds, and she got her story out there, and people that didn't know her, didn't know what she was about, they got to see her. That's why from a point, D.L. Hughley did one of the best things and made one of the best speeches, especially with black men concerned, with brothers concerned, because he got out there and he told them, he said, look, I believed all the shit they said about her. So she invited me to her house. She put her hands on my shoulder and said, do the research. And he said, I did the research. I did the research. And everything that I put out there and everything I told about her was not the truth. And there's a lot of things out there about her that's not the truth. And then he went on to apologize. He said, your apologies should be as loud as your mistakes or whatever, as the shit you was talking. And he said, I apologize. And he told people, go do the research. He said, I apologize because and he got a platform because a lot of people listen to his show. I put a lot of things out there about her that wasn't true without doing the research and knowing what the fuck I was talking about. And
some of
that's what happened last night.
And some of that is screaming she locked up black men.
Yep.
And which is the dumbest shit I ever heard, bro. Like, locked up black men for what though? Is they rapists? Are they robbing people? Are they killing motherfuckers? Like, we just want her to not lock up nobody. Like, what that? You're not making no fucking sense with that, bro. And I wish people had that sympathy for me when I was going through the system. You worry about, hey, nah, don't lock him up. Do me like that. Why ain't do me like that? Like, motherfuckers like, hey, she locked up black men. Like, what does that mean? What, you supposed to let the motherfucker break the law? Like, what does that mean? She just going around the street, just grabbing any black man and put him in the system?
Yeah, that's what they think.
Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't make sense.
And people, look, she was in charge, or her focus, put it like this, her focus was on pedophiles and sex crimes and shit like that. And she told
Exactly.
She told you why she became a prosecutor and why was that her focus. She told you that, well, her friend told the story a couple of weeks ago, right after she got she was put at the top of the ticket, but she told it again last night how her best friend in school was being molested by her stepfather, and she was, she was sad. She was fucked up in the head, and she didn't want to go home. And she was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" And she was like, told Kamala what happened, and Kamala was like, "Oh fuck, son, you ain't going back in there. You gonna stay in my house. You coming home with us." So that's what put her on the road to being a prosecutor.
And that's something that you can't fake. It's something that happened when you were so young. You wasn't expecting to be running for president, and it was just you reacting to your friend. You know what I'm saying? Just showing who you were at the time. Like everybody ain't gonna take nobody kid in. My grandma used to do that shit, take people kids in, runaways and shit like that. But everybody, people is not gonna do that. They're gonna be like, hell no, where his parents at or some shit like that, right? But so for her to bring her home and her parents keep them, that you gotta give her props on that. Once somebody tell you, hey, my fucking parents raping me, that's just crazy. You gotta come the fuck out of there ASAP. And they had a girl on this joint that said she was raped when she was 12 by her uncle or some shit, and she got pregnant. Now imagine she lived in a state where it won't let you get abortion. She would have had to have her uncle baby. That's just stupid, bro. At some point, it's just dumb as fuck.
You got a dude on the ticket. You got a dude on the ticket who said this. Think I'm lying? Look it up. J.D. Vance made the quote that rape is an inconvenience. Meaning that, okay, well, fuck it then. She's pregnant, she's gonna have that baby, whatever. She was pregnant by a motor rape. But that is what it is, and that was just a little inconvenient fact that somebody might have fucked her life up and fucked her head up for the rest of her life. But that's just an inconvenience as far as her being violated and shit to J.D. Vance. And this is the dude he picked to be his running mate, and if something happened to him, be president of the United States. But contrast that and compare that to somebody who's in high school, I believe at the time, middle school, high school, one of the two, but she was in school at the time, who heard this from her friend and said, hell no, you getting up out of there. I got you covered.
Exactly.
And that friend was there last night.
To vouch that, yeah.
But then you go on, that affected you so much that you went on into a career as being a prosecutor as part of your career and running the largest Department of Justice in the country besides the federal Department of Justice, which is the only one that's bigger than California's. And you did all this because of what happened, and you protecting your friend, and you go on to a career that you protected or tried to protect and get justice for people that was victimized just like her. But you got motherfucking people that want to return that around like it's a bad thing. Especially a motherfucker who say rape is an inconvenience and a woman should stay in a violent marriage for the sake of the kids. Really? Really, really, really? Come on, man, we better than that.
And your character is inspiring. And Doug and I love you and Jill and are forever thankful to you both. My mother was a brilliant, 5-foot-tall, brown woman with an accent. As the eldest child, I saw how the world would sometimes treat her. But my mother never lost her cool. She was tough, courageous, a trailblazer in the fight for women's health. She taught us to never complain about injustice, but do something about it. Do something about it.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants changes your struggle with missing.
Shut your ass up. Another key point about that whole speech was the fact that she went all the way to the middle. Like when she picked Tim Walz, I told y'all from the beginning what that was, right? It was her saying, all right, left wing, shut the fuck up. Lefties all the way to the left, shut up. I got shit to do. I got to win this motherfucker presidency. Here's your vice president. Eat that a little bit while I do my talking. You know what I'm saying? Now, she gave him Walz, and what she do in this whole speech? Law and order and the border. That's something Democrats never talk about. They never discuss. They definitely don't lead with it. And she definitely led with the fucking border. Out of all things, and law and order. She forgot all the left-wing shit and all the Democratic shit that they fight for. She way in the basket of Republican shit. Now you see what I'm saying? Reaching not just the middle. She going all the way to the... Bruh. This is exquisite politicians. Where she is. Where I knew you were going to reach to the middle once you pick Walz, right? I knew that was what she was doing. But she not only reaching directly to the middle, she reaching a little bit further into Republicans. You see what I'm saying? So she going all the way across the spectrum of people and almost eliminate the voting block itself of all the voters almost. Where you now inside of Republican shit where the only people in Republican Party that don't agree with you are hardcore bigots, racists, and people that love Trump at this point. This got to be a explicit, is that the right word? Way to do politics, bro. I swear to God. She is really fucking these people up with this shit, bro.
And that goes back to her opponent. Her opponent that you insist is a good campaigner. She able to take everything that Republicans used to
She
run
just
on.
better.
She took it and he allowed it to happen. The border. Your dumbass went out there and had your allies in Congress kill the toughest border bill in a generation because you didn't want Biden to have a win.
That was done.
On the border. And what happened in the end, she neutered your motherfucking talking points on the border. You can come out and say all you want. The wall this, the wall that, the wall this, and immigration this, they pouring into the country, this, that, and the third, crime, fentanyl, all of this. Hold up. When all the fuck you had to do was sit back and shut up, you wanted to pick up your phone and have your MAGA allies in Congress kill the bill. So now when she starts to take that issue from you, you can't do nothing about it because the first thing, like now, they asked him about it. Said, "Well, why did you have your people kill the bill?" He said, "Now he want to say, well, the bill was weak." Okay, the people on your side said it was the strongest bill in a long time. So that's not gonna work. So you basically gave up that. You gave that up.
Not only that. JD Vance gonna get up there and say, "Oh, she been vice president for 3. Why she ain't already do it?" Then, if you want to use that debate, that argument, then what have you done, motherfucker?
Right.
You been in what bill have you done? All the shit you and this nigga whine about, what you done? Right. He haven't put up a bill. He haven't signed a bill. He haven't been present for bills. So again? It's like everything they say out their mouth is almost a boomerang. That comes right back to their ass like that ain't gonna work. Like it's the silliest shit.
That's a dumbass argument.
Yeah.
That he makes that why she didn't do it. Okay. We all know anybody that got good damn sense know that the vice president works at the behest at the will of the president. She cannot pass shit. Her name don't go on shit. When shit comes to the Oval Office, she don't sign shit. It's signed Joseph R.
It's a
Biden.
dumb argument, bro.
So if you saying that, okay, What was Mike Pence? Mike Pence was his vice president. What did he do? What did he let? Matter of fact, what did he let Mike Pence do? Nothing. Everything was all. It was all about Trump. All about Trump. It's me, 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 me. I did this. I did this. I did this. I did this. As Bill Clinton said, don't count the lies, count the eyes. Everything. I did this. I did this. I did this.
Another good speech.
But now you're going to say that she has some kind of power. What kind of power does she have that, let me see. Let's back it up. That she had that Pence didn't have, that before Pence, it was Joe Biden didn't have when he was he was vice president for 8 years. Before that, well, Dick Cheney had some stroke. He was telling Bush what to do. But before that, Al Gore, the vice president only missions is what the president gives him. If the president gives him, say, you go out there and I want you to work on healthcare, or I want you to work on this or foreign policy, I want you to go here. You do that, but you still got to come back to him. And if the president say no, the fuck, what can you do? You can't override the president. If he vetoes something, Congress can't override him because neither side got 60 votes. So what?
Regardless of party, race, gender, or the language your grandmother speaks, on behalf of everyone whose story could only be written in the greatest nation on earth, I accept your nomination to be President of the United States of America. Our nation with this election has a precious, fleeting opportunity to move past the bitterness, cynicism, and divisive battles of the past, a chance to chart a new way forward. Not as members of any one party or faction, but as Americans. And let me say, I know there are people of various political views watching tonight, and I want you to know, I promise to be a president for all Americans. You can always trust me to put country above party and self. In many ways, Donald Trump is an unserious man. But the consequences of putting Donald Trump back in the White House are extremely serious. Consider not only the chaos and calamity when he was in office, but also the gravity of what has happened since he lost the last election. Donald Trump tried to throw away your votes. When he failed, he sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol, where they assaulted law enforcement officers. When politicians in his own party begged him to call off the mob and send help, he did the opposite. He fanned the flames. And now, for an entirely different set of crimes, he was found guilty of fraud by a jury of everyday Americans and separately found liable for committing sexual abuse. Consider.
Wait. Okay. Now, there's a lot in that right there, right? She took time out to lay out all the things he has done, right? And we talking about 34 counts. We talking about sexual abuse case. Do he got registered?
Nah, you don't got to register.
That's crazy, ain't
On
it?
a criminal case.
So she explicitly tell you all these things, right? And start off saying he's not even serious, bro. So she's looking at it as if he's not serious, but him in general makes things serious in America. If he become president, now it's serious, right?
Yeah.
So she's making it a clear distinction between him and her. And if they both standing up there, to be honest with you, we don't really know how a woman looks as president. But if a woman would look at president, that's how they look. If you had to see a woman president, she is how they look, bro. She looked like a fucking president up there. You know what I'm saying? She talked like a president. She had authority when she needed to, right? When she was talking about overseas, anything in Gaza, she got explicit with that. You know what I'm saying? So she kind of touched on everything in the whole joint, but the fact she had on black, what do you think about that? What was that about? Regardless.
I mean, look,
like what was that?
When you're doing business, the power colors are black, navy, brown. So she was wearing her power colors. Gray, that's a power color too. So
she about that business.
So she was out there about.
She bought that business today, bro. Like, remember Hillary had the white shit on.
Yeah.
Maybe she'd wear the white if she actually went. Then it's time to put on the white.
Her to wear white last night.
Me too.
Because,
Me too. Me
because,
too. We both said that.
Because because they had because of the women's movement and the women's suffrage, that was a
women's
color
suffrage,
white.
right.
So,
but I'm guessing
a lot of women. Damn
maybe she like fuck it. I gotta win first.
Yeah, but she come out.
Yeah, I remember Hillary already went through this. Hillary made it this far, so she haven't done nothing yet. Be honest with you. So in her mind, she probably thinking, I ain't done nothing yet. So I can wait till if I win, I'm gonna wear the white shit.
She might come out looking like Donna Ross.
But I get it now. I get it because
shit like she had on in mahogany.
And then another thing, I get it because her, Obama, Hillary, Mrs. Obama, they all were saying this shit is close and we need y'all to do something, right? So it's obviously that they want to make it clear that they don't want to have the same mistakes that Hillary did, bro. They don't want to feel like we up here and fuck around lose. So they want to keep the pedal on the metal. They want to keep people thinking that she an underdog and just keep going all the way through the joint. So it's clear that they made that a clear point to make. You know what I'm saying?
Smart, because you don't want Hillary lost in the places she lost because of the press vote, and they didn't get the vote out like they should have or could have, because a lot of them places she didn't go to, and they don't want to make that mistake twice because they thought Hillary thought she was using Obama. She had Obama's people, and she was trying to use an Obama strategy. But you can't use an Obama strategy if you ain't Obama.
But not only that,
so
if you down in the last 3 or 4 weeks and you up 5 points in the polls, you're not gonna be that aggressive in North Carolina or New Hampshire or Michigan. You're not gonna be that aggressive because you feel like you're ahead.
That was another problem.
That's what they trying. Yeah,
she let up off the gas. What they saying now is fuck no.
We ain't doing that no more. Yeah.
Press that shit. Stop
all the way through. That's what main man said. We till we die.
That's why
we're gonna work until the day we dead, and then we wake up and say, Madam President. You know what I'm saying?
That's why.
So he made it clear that you sleep when you're dead.
That's why I say if Democrats turn out, like they could, especially if she get Obama numbers, close to Obama numbers, or exceed Obama numbers, especially with black people, they're gonna fuck around and they gonna call it about 11 o'clock on the November 5th, and he ain't gonna have they gonna look and say, God damn, you lost everywhere.
No, what I'm saying, yeah, exactly. What I'm thinking though, before we move on to RFK, what's the name? But I'm thinking overall that she can win so many people that naturally would not vote Democrat before this election, that she can withstand anybody that's full of shit. Like if you got somebody stringing out for some Gaza shit, like you almost irrelevant because she got enough Republicans already as we speak that would offset that. Now you see what I'm saying? It's like everything you can come up with, you better just get in line because you're gonna be obsolete in the end. Like those people can say they can hold out all they want. She got a cushion for stupid shit like that. No normal Democrat will have this many Republicans supporting them, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be millions of Republicans voting for her. Something that doesn't happen in normal situations. So she's getting more votes than she normally should get. So when you start getting around the edges and all that shit, she got shit to make up for that. New votes that she never had, or nobody ever had in the party.
Look, she got coalition. She got black men for hers, black women for hers, Republicans for hers. She got homosexuals for hers. She got Indians for hers. She got all of these different people that's coming together to support her. So she's putting together a coalition on for real.
Yeah, exactly.
The people that's pissed off about Gaza, you're going to be pissed off until November 5th, and you're going to have to go up in there because this look. If you are worried about the destruction of Gaza, and if you are mad because the Biden-Harris administration haven't got a ceasefire yet, which it takes negotiations between Netanyahu and motherfucking
It's silly, bro.
Hamas. If you go into that voting booth mad about only Gaza, and you say, I'm not going to vote for her because of Gaza, when she is the one who told you, and she told you last night, yes, Israel has a right to defend itself. Me personally, I always said that. Me and him went back and forth about that.
Hold on, what?
They have a right to defend themselves. Hamas need to be taken care of. She called for immediate ceasefire, and she said that the people of Palestine have a right to live in peace and live the way they want. That's everything y'all asking for. Y'all, they are not, unless they stupid. Unless some of them are stupid. If you go in on that voting booth on November 5th and vote for Trump, you are voting for the destruction of Gaza.
It really is.
Because Trump already has told you in the same way that he told the Trump in Russia to do whatever the hell you want, he got the same policy towards Netanyahu. That's why Netanyahu is holding out. Yeah. He's really holding out for to see if Trump can get ahead in this race and pull it out. Yeah. If you vote for Trump, you are voting for the destruction of Palestine and Gaza. And I think the smart person, you're going to vote for the person who's going to listen to you. The person who your people can call them and say, hey, we want to have a sit down and we want to talk about this, blah, 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 blah. And she will actually bring you in and listen to you.
At some point, y'all gotta be smarter than just to be out this joint just swinging around with your blindfold on and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got RFK today who went on the stage for Trump. I didn't know that until now, so I want to hear what they had to say about this.
Oh, he said some shit that that I got to speak.
This is motherfucking RFK. First of all, RFK had a speech too, and he went into the fact that Democrats are big pharma. Democrats are big tech. Democrats feed wars. Democrats had them out of debates. So that's all he said. So that already told you what he was doing. But if all that is your problem, big banks, big pharma, big tech, if that's your issue, why would you? It just doesn't make sense. What the fuck? Why would you back Trump? Who is that? What the fuck? Like, you got a problem with these big joints, right? And you saying the Democrats, catering to these type of industries, right? But you're gonna support. I mean, that's hard for me to understand.
How is the one? How is the Democrats?
I'm confused.
Somebody explain it to me.
But then you go support that's blatantly down for all. He told you businesses, tell me what you need, just give me the money. You can do whatever you want.
Don't let them all go.
Like what the fuck?
How the hell is it that they in the pocket of,
I'm confused.
Big Pharma when they are the ones who's negotiating with Big Pharma to lower drug prices
And already capped shit at 35. Like,
and
what is he talking about?
And working on this.
But the other side, the one he just backed up, is blocking all that. I don't get it, bro. I don't be understanding none of that shit.
Look, he's
Amazing. Soon after I can't even believe I have to say this, nearly assassinated in Pennsylvania last month.
You say you want
Bobby called me to express his best wishes. He knows firsthand the risks incurred by leaders who stand up to the corrupt political establishment. When you stand up, you bring on some trouble for yourself, but you have to do what's right. You have to do what's right for the country. I will tell you, we are both in this to do what's right for the country. That's one thing I can tell you. He lost his father and uncle in service to our country, and Bobby himself was subject to repeated threats to his safety during the course of his campaign while being denied protection by the Harris-Biden administration. And this is a tribute in honor of Bobby. I am announcing tonight that upon my election, I will establish a new independent presidential commission on assassination attempts. And they will be tasked with releasing all of the remaining documents pertaining to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. And they will also conduct a rigorous review of the attack last month. But I tell you, I have never had more people ask me, please, sir, release the documents.
All right, hold on. Wait. Your uncle, your father was murdered. You stand behind a jackass that brings that up just as a throwaway for anything. It doesn't even go. It just ain't gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna have a commission for assassin. What? Bruh, no commission for kids getting shot in the fucking school, though. But that's what you can think of?
look here. He
Commission on assassination
He
attempt.
think having somebody out there by the name of Kennedy and from their family
Oh my
is
God.
going to appeal to Democrats. Okay, let me school you on something, Mr. Trump and Mr. Kennedy. After President Kennedy was assassinated, they did have a commission. They had a commission. And the findings, I ain't gonna say all the findings, a lot of the things and a lot of the documents that was found during that investigation, whatever, were sealed for 50 years. A few years back, all of them documents, all of them photos, autopsy pictures, everything was made public. So this trying to act like some shit has been covered up and that you want to put it out there, it's another lie. Because yes, shit was, they didn't want, it was some shit in pictures and shit and documents and medical reports and shit like that that they did not want out in the public at that time. Just like the picture that's like nobody ever seen the picture of Osama bin Laden after they lit his ass up. They did the same thing with the stuff, with a lot of the stuff with Kennedy. It was sealed for 50 years. And on the 50th, and when the 50th year came along, all of it was released. It's already out there. Stop fucking lying.
It's just like Republicans waste too much fucking time doing the dumbest shit.
And for you,
The Kennedy assassination.
You-
And we're going to do that. And I also want to salute Bobby's decades of work as an advocate for the health of our families and our children. Nobody's done more. Millions and millions of Americans who want clean air, clean water, and a healthy nation have concerns about toxins in our environment and pesticides in our food. That's why today I'm repeating my pledge to establish a panel of top experts working with Bobby to investigate what is causing the decades-long increase in chronic health problems and childhood diseases, including autoimmune disorders, autism, obesity, infertility, and many more.
Do you understand what he just said? What he gonna do? What?
all right.
What the fuck?
This is where I'm gonna have to get in his ass real quick.
What the fuck?
Trump just told the world is out there because you just seen it that he's going to put this man, a known anti-vaxxer, not only against the COVID vaccine, he's against all vaccines, measles, mumps, rubella, so on.
Everybody
and so
dead
on.
fucking with him.
Okay. Now he says he's going to put him in charge of a known anti-vaxxer and a conspiracy theorist at that. That he's going to put him in charge of chronic diseases and health problems in children. Okay, now let me get straight. For if those of y'all who listen to us for a while and been with us for a long time, you know that from the perspective we talk, we got a lot of skin in the game on a lot of issues. Now, I'm about to put some of my skin out there, and I put it out there before. Everybody, I never hate, I always told the fact that when we talk about healthcare, that I am a diabetic, which is a chronic disease. It's a chronic disease. Now, because of that, I will have it will fuck with other functionings in my body. Now, I wasn't supposed to be here tonight, and I wasn't going to be here tonight because yesterday I was scheduled to have surgery, to have a mass removed from my right knee. I got a bad knee. So, in the course of getting ready to have the surgery, I had to see a cardiologist. In seeing this cardiologist, I've seen this cardiologist. He shut my surgery down because of something he found on the EKG and a stress test. He said he don't believe my heart at this point is strong enough for me to go under general anesthesia. That means they could put me to sleep and I might not wake up ever. So that's been on my mind lately, So, and I'm sitting here tonight. I really shouldn't even be out of the house, but I'm sitting here tonight. I'm having chest pains right now, right at this moment. I'm hurting, and so, but that shows that I probably more likely than not have some form of heart disease. That means my life expectancy with heart disease and diabetes just boom went like that. Because either one could kill me. Now, this is why, and Creed asked me earlier, asked both of us, I know he was putting it out there in a I ain't gonna say joking manner, but sarcastic manner, whatever, that are we vote for Kamala because she's black? And I said, no, in my case, I'm voting for her because she stands on a lot of the issues that pertain to me. And one of the issues is healthcare. Because if I did not have insurance where I can go get checked out and go through this, and because of my knee, I found out that I might have a bad ticker, and I'm walking around with a motherfucking ticker that could take my black ass out at any moment. And I'm voting for a person who going to make sure that I can have access to what I need to live, to a doctor that I can get so I can get healthy. So maybe I can avoid a heart attack, you know? And with diabetes, with that not fucking up my other functions, such as my kidneys, my liver, my pancreas, so on and so forth. See, you got a person in Trump who wants to kill the Affordable Care Act. He wants to break it down. He wants to take as many people off of the ACA as he can. And what's going to happen? People like me, people like your grandmothers, people like your neighbor across the street, people like your parents, and so on and so forth, with these chronic diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, even like cancer is a chronic disease. And people need to be able to go see a doctor, catch it early, and live a long and healthy life. But you got a dude that wants to take that from, what is it, 30 million people? And then you got another dude who's an anti-vaxxer and a conspiracy theory when it comes to health matters, who wants to he don't want your kids getting measles shots for the mumps, shots for rubella.
Everybody be dead fucking this thing, man.
Do you know? Look, the life expectancy in this country right now is 70. It's like 70, 72. I think it's believed.
These two fools,
72.
Right?
With these two fools in Congress, well, it's 72 and it's been going up. That's what I meant to say. It's 72 and it's been going up. With these two fools in running the country, and him putting him and RFK Jr. in charge, which he just said this evening, you just heard it, to put this dude in charge of chronic health diseases. Do you know how many people? Look, more people will die. More people will die because of putting a fool like that, a maniac like that, in charge of something so serious. More people will die than who died during COVID. Because he will fuck around and nobody gets nothing. Nobody can afford nothing because he's not going to negotiate with Big Pharma. He's going to let Big Pharma do what they do and then give them a tax break. Give them a tax cut. We know this.
But that's why she made it. That's why I always say this campaign been running good. Yeah. Because she making them that. Like when she say he's not a serious person, or when they say they weird, you know they gonna do shit that's not serious. Like this is not serious. You talking about RFK gonna run some shit that he don't believe in? Like why would you even get him to say that? You're not a serious candidate, bruh. Now you see how that campaign things she can have sticking on them. The weird shit, they gonna say weird shit, then the weird sticks to you when you say that. We don't have to say nothing else. Everything sticks on to you as you go. You know what I'm saying?
But this,
you keep doing weird, dumbass shit.
Yeah. But this is the deal with RFK. A few weeks back, a week or two back, RFK offered. He made an offer to Trump. He said, "I would drop out of the race."
Yeah, but he went to Hillary. I mean, what's the name first?
Yeah. He said, "I would drop out of the race, basically in exchange for a cabinet position.
Yeah.
At the time, Trump was doing good in the polls. He wasn't falling in the polls. She was rising, but he was still ahead at that point.
True,
She hadn't caught him yet.
True.
So Trump said no. Okay. As the polls begin to switch, and he's seen the momentum that was going.
But you gotta realize RFK went to her too.
He went to her.
She ignored him.
That's the problem. This is the thing. He said this morning. He tried. He didn't go to her.
He tried, yeah.
He tried to go to her, saying she wouldn't acknowledge it. She wouldn't speak to him.
She ignored him.
Take the call. She basically told this motherfucker, whoever came to her, she probably said, "You come to me with some shit like that again, I'll fire your ass. Get out of here. Tell him to kick rocks." So what happened? Trump now wants he wants every supporter he can get. So he done made a deal with RFK. That's why he said he gonna put him in charge of something, and it ain't gonna be good.
All right. All right, before we get out of here, though, I really appreciate everybody that tuned in to us, man. We just like having this conversation about politics, something that most of our motherfucker people, when we walk out these streets today, most niggas we around ain't talking no fucking politics. You know what I'm saying? So when we come on this joint, we really want to talk to people just like us off the streets or whatever that want to engage. You know what I'm saying? Especially the black people. We want to have that black debate at all times. You know what I'm saying? But we do appreciate anybody coming to this joint and just expand the conversation.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to look at me in my face and say, you can actually vote for a racist pig, orange demon over just a woman. If you just want to add liberal and make that bad, cool. But we already know racist is bad as fuck. Misogynistic pig is bad as fuck. We already know those things bad. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, you just can't be a racist, misogynist. You just can't be that with him. Because eventually, you defending him and lying for him, it makes you him, a liar, a misogynistic pig, and a racist. Because you defending all those things, it makes you that too.
Makes you complicit.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'll say this much. You honest, I respect your honesty. I'm cool with your honesty. You upfront with it. I think you're wrong. And I think on November 5th, you're going to be really, really, really wrong. But hey, if that's the way you feel, hey, back that loser.
And if you're from the hood, you already know it's nothing this bitch ass nigga can do for us. And that he never tried to do anything for near one of us. Period. Who said Trump is a racist? Him and his daddy told you.
Right.
They told you that. That's why. And ask the KKK who's their god. They'll tell you too who the fucking racist is. We ain't gotta tell you.
Ask your brother on Apprentice who he called a nigga.
We ain't gotta tell you, bro. KKK will tell you they love him. Ask him why. Because he's a racist fucking pig.
Your gas was cheap.
Now,
your gas was cheap
hold on.
because at the time it was that cheap.
No, don't fall yourself into this hole, my guy.
It was COVID-19 was raging.
Don't do it.
Out going nowhere.
Don't
Gas.
Don't fall yourself into these holes, bro. Like when the motherfuckers scream out stuff like that. Come on, it's like my gas was cheaper. Like, what did that mean? That's not even making sense.
Hey, but I ain't had nowhere to go because everything was closed.
Like, yeah, it's like you saying my gas was cheaper, but you couldn't go no damn where. You was locked in the house. You went somewhere. Like, what do you mean? You had to put a mask on. You was nowhere. What are we talking about? And only because you was in the mask, everything was shut down because somebody was a boo-boo the food idiot, did not how to run a pandemic. That's why it took Biden 2 to 3 a month to get this shit the fuck under control and head it into the right direction. That's why you need the right president, bro. Not boo-boo the food idiots like Trump. That ain't got nothing to do with his racism. He's just a dumb fuck. You know what I'm saying, dog? And then I got a problem with people like the people that support him, even though the facts are crazy. I got a problem with your judgment at this point. Your judgment is worse than him at this point. That you could come to the conclusion first that he's not a racist. For some reason, you want to get that out your mind that he's not a racist. That's wild as shit. But you just want to act like everything he's doing is just not bad. That means I don't know what world you living in, bruh. When you trying to make those things good, the shit that he do, That's just crazy.
You're right. Trump was in 4 years. Trump was in office for 4 years. And after 4 years, 81 million people said, hell no, we don't want that no more. So he got what no president wants. That one term. He's a one-term wonder.
He's the worst president who ever lived.
But
Now,
hey,
I get it. I get y'all, bro. Some people that voted for Trump voted for Obama.
yeah.
You feel me? So at this point, it is what you said. You just don't like women at this point. That's what you are. Because it's clearly who is the most professionally qualified to be the president for the next 4 years. Everybody know that, right? But if you want to act like that just because she's a woman, that's a disqualifier, then that's something you need to look in the mirror about. That has nothing to do with us or her. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not running as a woman. She never told you, I'm about to be the first woman. She never said that to you. She just told you her motherfucking credentials and where she want to take America. She never even mentioned she a woman. You, Trump, keep talking about how she looking. She never talked about that. That's on y'all. That's the problem you said you have. You're a misogynist. We get it. You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's an issue. And that was kind of like what DL was talking about too. There's a lot of brothers, or a lot of men, black and white, who just will never ever vote for a woman for president. They don't want to be laid.
Yeah.
It's like last night. I got it on my phone somewhere. It was a video. It was like five white dudes. They was watching her speech. And in the middle of the speech, one of the white dudes got up, picked up a sledgehammer, and said, Kamala Harris will never be my president, and smashed the fucking TV off the wall. There's people out there like that.
But what's funny about this is everybody that followed Trump right at this point, y'all look crazy, bro. At this point, y'all look like y'all just don't have no sense, right? But at this point, if you follow behind him, bro,
Crazy.
it just looks like I get a motherfucker be like, you know what? I'm out this. I'm not voting for him or her. Then me and you can have a conversation. But we just flat out just saying, I don't like her. She whatever the fuck. Like you lying to yourself, first of all, because you didn't give a fuck about her 2 months ago. You had no anger towards her, nor did you give a fuck about her. So all of a sudden, now that she's just the president nominee, now it's some hate towards her. So that shows you how dumb that is. You just falling behind Trump lead. Another motherfucker ain't give a fuck about her.
Do that shit.
He ain't give a fuck about her, ain't say nothing about her, none of that. But all of a sudden, you're so angry with her. That's dumb shit to me, bro. Instead of stepping back as a human being and just listen to her first, because she wasn't in the race. You had your hate against Biden, but you could stop and just say, all right, let me hear what she got to say then. You didn't do that. You said, what do I say, Trump? What's next? All right, she black or not? Let's go with that. Like, what the fuck? So you just go with that then. Instead of stopping and just listen to her and see, do you like what she's saying? You ain't even try that. That wasn't even on your plans. Just automatically, I don't like her. She evil. I'm going to bust my TV. What?
I say once.
You look crazy, bro.
If you honestly believe in your heart that what Trump is putting out there is good for you, your family, your community, your country, so forth and so on, I ain't no problem with that. If that's the stance you take, and that's what you honestly believe, that's a debate we can have. But to say I'm not going to vote for her because she's a woman,
yeah, that's silly.
Or I'm just going to fuck it. I ain't voting for her. She's a woman.
All right, one thing, Kenny. Give me one thing that so drastically bad for you that Kamala is actually going to do that you're so terrified of her about, right? And I'm gonna give you one thing that Trump is going to do that I don't want to see, right? I don't want to see him get rid of the Department of Education, right? I don't want to see him have abortions all around the United States. Banned. I don't want to see that, right? I don't want to see police officers get immunity from shooting our black asses in the middle of the street and then walk away whistling Dixie like fuck him, right? And you can't sue him. No immunity. You got immunity. So tell me what part of Trump being president is so good. Your gas prices? Really? And give me your one reason that what topic, what situation, what she said out of her mouth, what is it? What policy that'll make you say, oh, hell no, I won't vote for her? What is it? It's nothing. It's not. Oh, all right. Let's say the fact she support LGBT rights, right? Can that be your issue? Let's say that, right? That comes down to, again, bigotry. Again, if you support Trump, that's where you're going to land at. You're going to land in a bigot world. You're going to land in a racist world, bro. It's just real simple. If you hate everybody that ain't white, you a fucking racist. It don't get no simpler than that. If you got a problem with somebody that's different from you, that's a racist activity. Now, if Trump become president, they wanted to be the white nationalists. You're going to have a white nationalist party. You're going to have white nationalist bills, white nationalist policies. Would you want to live under that? But give me the one reason what Mrs. Harris will be more of a threat than that. Somebody that's already in the fucking office as vice president of the United States, as you've been speaking for the last 3 years. So it's not even new. All you got to do is walk to the other office. Now you see what I'm saying? But you can't keep talking to like she's not qualified to be president, bro. Because she's there now. She is the vice president as we speak. She won't have to do shit but open her door and go to the other room. Like, come the fuck on. Give me the situation, the policies that she's so bad about. She want to stop you from stopping women from having their own decisions. That's so bad. She want clean water and motherfucking air. That's bad. She want to give pre-K to 12th grade free lunch and breakfast. That's bad. Compared to Trump want to do what? Get rid of the whole Department of Education? Like, you gotta make sense sometimes, bro. We off the streets. We in this motherfucker make more sense than motherfuckers on TV that got fucking degrees for this shit. You got to make more sense. Have a debate. Give me some substance with your shit. This clown ass nigga's giving you no substance, but bigotry and racism, bro. We can't even debate that. Is it going to be some racist shit, some bigot shit, misogynistic shit, or fucking lie? You can't debate none of that. And this is the guy y'all won't fall behind. But we every Tuesday night and Friday night, me and my man B's here live, right?
Come on back.
Tuesday and Friday nights. Friday nights, we usually had the links up. We forgot tonight. You know what I'm saying? We usually had a link up so everybody can jump in whenever they want. You know what I'm saying? Because we love the conversation. We love to have a debate. We're not going to debate nobody with no substance. We're not going to debate nobody just running around with talking points that Trump told him to say. This is serious business. Like my man said, we got skins on the wall. Just real serious to us. So we want to have an open and a serious dialogue about some shit, bro. Not just screaming whatever Trump told you to say. It's just that's not good enough for us. Convince us that we wrong. Convince us. Yeah. Why the fuck are we voting for a Democrat that does X, Y, and Z for human beings? That's all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is not a hard decision for me. I don't give a fuck.
They say JD Vance mad. He mad at Trump because Trump keeps sending him to these little ass rallies. We have like 20 people.
I mean, that's what they gotta live with, man. They both racist pigs, bro. Yeah, man. You got one nigga that don't even want a bitch to get an abortion after she get raped by a fucking uncle or somebody. Or a nigga, a fucking, man, like, bro, these niggas are lunatics, bro. And if you support this, it's just sad because if they become president and vice president, everything they want to do is going to touch you. I don't give a fuck who you are unless you're a pure white rich man. If you're not, all this shit gonna touch you. From abortions to gay rights, black people situations, jobs, deporting millions of people the first day, first week. How that's gonna look? So, bruh, if you support all this chaos and dumbass shit and bigotry and racism, that's just fucking crazy, to be honest with you. And I can't debate that. You need to tell your boy Trump to come on some policies or something for us to debate. Just don't run around and put a wall up. That's not no policy.
I wonder how mass deportation gonna work.
That's gonna look crazy.
You just rounding people up.
It's not gonna be peace and prosperity, right or wrong. It's gonna be chaos out this joint. You're gonna be yanking in people that's actually Americans. It's gonna be chaos, bro. How you gonna do it? We're gonna have a camp by the border or something. Where everybody going? Refugee camps? Like this shit just ain't gonna make no sense.
Oh yeah. And Tuesday, I'm on. I got somebody I got to get his ass. CNN did one of them group things last night where they had the undecided voters. I think they had like 9 of them, right? So you have at the end, you had damn near all of them except 2 made up their mind last night that they was gonna vote for Harris. It was one dude. No, it was one lady who said she didn't like neither candidate, so she was leaning towards sitting out. So she still hadn't made her mind if she gonna vote at all. But they had a black dude on there last night. First of all, I knew something was fishy about this clown when he gave her speech a C.
I know what you're saying. I don't be paying attention to people on TV. They fake.
Oh, this dude, did he say that he go on to some bullshit. They talk about she ain't ready, this and all this shit. And so he said he might vote for Trump. They went in his shit. They went on his social media. This motherfucker is a Trump supporter. He got Trump shit all up and down his pages. CNN, y'all is fucked up. Do y'all check these people out before y'all bring them on?
At all.
At all. But
I do. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, man, for show. Tuesday and Friday nights we be live for show. You know what I'm saying? You just want to come in tonight and recap the motherfucking convention. Convention was some shit. I mean, was the shit. And the motherfucking RNC joint was some shit. You know what I'm saying? So
shit.
And then overall, we here for the debate. We here to clear up anything. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you know what's right. Like right now, nobody really have a clear handle on who Kamala is. So Republicans are just swinging at anything. And most of this shit sounds so dumb. When you start off with, is she black or not? You sound dumb already now. You know what I'm saying? You went down a dumb road, right? So then you're going to start saying she's stupid. Like, bro, what? You're talking about a black female that was attorney general, fucking vice president. Like, what are we, a senator? Like, what is he? Graduated from Howard University, the black lady. Hey.
And this dumbass didn't get no bump. He didn't get no bump after his convention. He got nothing.
He gonna get bumped the fuck out of the country. His bitch ass gonna leave the country after we stomp his ass at the polls. Yeah. November 4th, 5th. His ass leaving the country November 6th. His bitch ass going to Russia.
Nate Silver, one of the top posters in the country, just announced that Kamala Harris is already seeing a post-convention bump in the polls. Kamala Harris is on a path to ending Donald Trump's career. You hear me?
But before we're gonna get out of here, man. We appreciate y'all. But look, before we get out of here though, do you expect her to have, like right now, I think she up on them now. But do you expect by the time we come back up on this joint that she have a bump from this convention?
By the time the post-convention polls come out in a couple of days, it's gonna show a bump. I wouldn't be surprised if she's up. She's up in some polls like 5. So I'm thinking if she up like 5, like 6, 7, 8 points.
Oh my God.
I think it's gonna happen.
If she reached the polls at a 6-point advantage over Trump, this shit is completely the fuck over. Literally.
Still gotta, you know what?
Ain't no still you got shit.
You gotta remember Hillary was smoking that ass.
She was never 6 points ahead of nobody.
The hell she wasn't.
6 points?
I think she was more than 6.
Never.
But anyway.
She was 4 or 5 at all times. And then she ended up with 3.
I wanted to stay close and then on motherfucking so people to know. We got to get out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I get that.
Whatever side you on, you gotta get out. You gotta get out there and vote. Go ahead and make your voice known, because look, you can't take no chances, because we talked about it earlier. Everybody thought Hillary had it in the bag. Everybody thought it was coming down to Hillary whooping that ass, and the next thing we knew, he didn't even expect it himself. He was shocked when he won. He didn't expect to win in 2016 for real. He was shocked when he won. But we got 4 years of chaos and misery and all kind of wild ass shit. So
then my man jump on the stop down for what? Window to the wall. Balls. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Hey, Tuesday, live, 9 for sure. We be here for sure, man. In fact, what's the day? They just Friday. We'll definitely be here before Tuesday for sure. Definitely be here back live for sure before Tuesday. You know what I'm saying, dog? But really do appreciate everybody tuning in tonight for sure. You know what I'm saying, dog? We'll be back for sure. Hey, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, you know what I'm saying, and on Twitch. Is that Twitch?
Twitch,
yeah.
Everywhere.
Twitch and you know what I'm saying. Check your boys out, man. Hard your boys. Show us some love. We just some broke motherfuckers coming off the streets and podcast, fucked up mics, hood ass computers. Help your boys the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas be sending motherfuckers that comes off TV, come out the NFL, come off the stage from comedians, and y'all send them money.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? And then y'all, all we asking y'all to do is subscribe to these broke ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now? But hey, check us out Tuesdays and Fridays, man. We'll be back for show, coming with the hood view of what the fuck is going on here for show. You got something to say we got here though? Especially motherfucking Tuesdays and Fridays, we definitely podcast. But each and every other nights we will drop in your living room.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna say is I want to thank Creed, and I want to thank Brother Kenny for jumping in on the conversation tonight. We ain't got to, we ain't got to agree. We ain't got to agree, but we glad that you tune in, and we hope that you tune in even more. Hey, the door's always open. So,
and that's one thing I do have a lot of issues with.
Yeah, and we like y'all participation.
It's these black ladies messing with black and white men, and vice versa. I can't take it, but it's okay. Hey, at least we got a black lady in the house. She gonna be cooking some greens in there. Greens in the White House with some bacon in it. You know what I'm saying? We about to have greens in the White House. Fuck all that other shit with some bacon in it.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets. You know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit is on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view.